Hello friends, welcome to Finance MCQ channel and I am CMA Akula Sridhar. So friends, in continuation to our revision series for your preparation of the upcoming exam NPS Trust Phase 2, let's move on and solve some more MCQs in today's video as well. So friends, the first question is Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority is established under dash of the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority Act 2013. So friends, the options are section 3 subsection 1, section 4, section 14 subsection 1, section 20 subsection 1 and last option none of the above. So friends, remember that PFRDA is established under section 3 subsection 1 of the PFRDA Act 2013. And as far as the other options given in the question, section 4 relates to composition of the authority. And friends, here authority means Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. Friends, section 14 subsection 1 speaks about duties, powers and functions of the authority. And finally, section 20 subsection 1 speaks about the notification of the National Pension System, that is NPS. Moving on. Next question. Atal Pension Yojana is focused on which sector workers? Well, the options are organized sector, unorganized sector, both organized and unorganized sector, government sector, and last option none of these. So friends, remember that Atal Pension Yojana is focused on option B, unorganized sector. And friends, I will be presenting this Atal Pension Yojana in detail in our coming videos, as this is managed by PFRDA, so might be important for your upcoming exam. Moving on. Which of the following activities of 5S is related to systematic arrangement of things in the workplace area? Well, the options are sort, set in order, shine, standardize and sustain. So friends, here the question is speaking about systematic arrangement of things in the workplace. So the answer has to be option B, set in order. So friends, here setting things in order will helps to select or find them easily and makes workflow easy and smooth. So friends, sort means removing unnecessary tools, furniture, materials, equipment, etc. from workplace, while shine involves basic cleaning and performing regular maintenance of equipment and machinery. And friends, standardize means standardizing the 5S process so that this one-time effort can be turned into a regular habit. And finally, sustain is to keep performing these workspace improvement procedures and updating them whenever necessary. Moving on. Next question. Project OSS stands for Old Age Social Information System, Old Age Social and Income Security, Old Age Security and Income Standard, and option D, Old Age Contribution for Social and Income Security. And last option, none of the above. So friends, remember that Project OSS stands for option B, which says Old Age Social and Income Security. So friends, Project OSS is a national project commissioned in the year 1999 to examine policy related to old age income security in India. And friends, based on the recommendation of OSS project, PFRDA was formed. And friends, the chairman of OSS project was Dr. S.A. Bhave. Moving on. Next question. Expansion in demand occurs when there is a rise in price of given commodity, rise in price of substitute goods, fall in price of given commodity, fall in price of substitute goods, and last option, fall in price of complementary goods. So friends, here the correct answer is option C, which says fall in the price of given commodity. So friends, here first of all we should know the difference between expansion in demand and increase in demand. So friends, expansion in demand means when the quantity demanded rises due to decrease in price, assuming other factors constant, while increase in demand happens due to change in other factors than price of the commodity. And friends, these other factors might be changes in tastes and preferences, expectations, or changes in price of substitute goods or complementary goods, etc. Moving on. Which market form has indeterminate demand curve? Well, the options are perfect competition, monopoly competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly competition, and none of the above. So friends, remember that in case of oligopoly competition, the firm will face an indeterminate market demand curve. And why is that so? Because the exact behavior pattern of producer cannot be ascertained with certainty due to high degree of interdependence among the competing firms. Here, hence, the demand curves cannot be drawn accurately in case of oligopoly. And friends, while in case of other forms of market, in case of perfect competition, the demand curve is parallel to the x-axis. Here the firm is a price taker. That means it has to accept the price prevailing in the market. And friends, as far as the other two forms of competition is considered, monopoly competition and monopolistic competition, here the firm faces a demand curve which is sloping downward. The only difference between the demand curve of monopoly competition and monopolistic competition is that the demand curve of monopolistic firm is more elastic than that faced by a monopoly firm. Moving on. Next question, the balance of forfeited share account is transferred to dash in case of reissue of shares. Well, the options are revenue reserve account, capital reserve account, securities premium account, debenture redemption reserve account, and last option, general reserve account. So friends, here remember that the balance of forfeited share account is transferred to option B, which says capital reserve account. Moving on. Next question, which of the following problems does not exist in a capitalistic economy? The problems are what to produce, problem as to how to produce, problem as to whom to produce, none of the above, and last option, all of these problems exist in a capitalistic economy. So friends, here the correct answer is option E, all problems exist. So friends, remember that all these three different types of problems such as what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce are basic economic problems faced by all types of economies. Moving on. Which of the following cannot be a mode to become member of the company? Options are by subscribing to memorandum, by application and allotment, by transfer or transmission of shares, by acquiescence or estoppels, and last option, none of the above. So friends, here remember that all of these can be a mode to become a member of the company. He can either subscribe to the memorandum or he can either apply to become a member of the company, and he can be a member after allotment of shares in his name, or he can be a member of the company by transfer or transmission of shares. So friends, the basic difference between transfer or transmission of shares is that transfer of shares is a voluntary act by the holder of shares, while transmission of shares takes place due to the operation of law, like in case of death, insolvency, etc. And friends, membership by acquiescence or estoppels means, like for example, suppose if a person's name is improperly placed in the register of the members and he knows that and still remains silent, so later he cannot deny that he is not a member. So friends, here the correct answer is, as I said, option E, that is none of the above. So means all of these can be a mode to become member of a company. Moving on. Next question, appeals against the order of PFRDA can be made before option A, Central Administrative Tribunal, option B, Supreme Court, option C, Securities Appellate Tribunal, option D, Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, and last option, none of the above. So friends, remember that appeals against the order of PFRDA can be made before option C, Securities Appellate Tribunal. And friends, the appeals against Securities Appellate Tribunal can be made directly to Supreme Court. And friends, appeal under both these cases has to be made within 60 days from the date of receipt of order appealed against. So friends, for more practice of such MCQs, please visit our website financemcq.in, where the entire paper 2 of NPS Grade B exam phase 2 of general stream is brought in MCQ format for practice and quick revision. Friends, here more than 2000 quality MCQs prepared by professionals such as chartered accountant and cost and management accountant is brought to you for practice. Friends, Finance MCQ presents the entire syllabus covering all topics such as commerce and accountancy, costing, economics, finance, Companies Act, management and pension sector in detailed, subject-wise, topic-wise format for thorough preparation of your upcoming exam. And friends, not only this, there's an email support for clarification of doubts raised by candidates while practicing these contents. So practicing at Finance MCQ is the most simple and fastest way to quickly and completely revise full syllabus of paper 2 of the exam. And friends, Why paper 2 is important? Because it covers 50% of the total syllabus, with remaining 50% reserved for English subject. Good preparation of this technical syllabus will be a sure shot way for your assured success. And finally, with limited days left for your career defining exam, this practicing content is made available by Finance MCQ at direct 50% discount. So take advantage of this huge discount and subscribe to the course now. The link is given in the description box below. So friends, see you all in the next video. Till then, thank you very much for watching. Take care and goodbye.